Have you ever found yourself making a landing page and it's just not getting you the results that you want? Or when people go through that funnel or that system, they don't really have a clear idea as to who you are, what you do, and who you've helped? Well, chances are you didn't structure your website or landing page in a way that leads to you increasing your status and your overall expertise. In this video training, I'm going to show you four things that you're definitely going to want to include in and on and in the background of your landing page, which is your message, your page structure, your email workflows, and your booking links. And I'm going to break each of these down to a science. This video that you're watching today is taken from my masterclass, my program, The $1 Million Photographer, where I help production business owners, so videographers, photographers, and the like, grow and scale their business by creating a complete marketing funnel and creating good habits. Very confident that you guys are going to get a lot of value from this. So if you really want to take advantage, take a pen, take notes, and implement what I show. The thing that I can emphasize the most is if you can close the gap between when you get new information to the time of execution, you will see more results. And without further ado, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Enjoy the video. How to set up your landing page. And there may or may not be more parts that I'm not thinking about right now, but if there is, I will add it afterwards. So essentially your landing page, it is going to comprise of your message, which is what we spent the first set of trainings working on, like who you want to target, who's this for, what are we trying to do with them. We spent like a lot of time working on that. Then we'll have the general structure of our page, which I'll break down. Then you have your email workflows, which we cover in the fourth training, and then your booking link. All of this stuff is pretty much what you're going to be setting up in the fourth training. All of this stuff is in the marketing machine training, okay? Okay. So essentially, when you have a page, and I'll show you a page that we just finished up for the Lighting Masterclass that we're doing in October 19th. I'll show you pretty much a setup for that. But in terms of now the structure, right? So these things are all going to be related to your message somewhat. All right. So all of these things are related to your message, and I'll show you how. So your headline, that's going to be the first thing somebody sees at the top of the page. Your video sales presentation is like that video that we're going to do with you talking over your lead magnet so that people can get an understanding of it. Your process or your philosophy, case studies that you have, and then testimonials, right? Like those are some of the things that you want. So my website page, for example, when somebody comes here, it gets right to the point. And like, this is my main website for my photography clients, but it's like, plan your next marketing campaign so you can have a profitable product launch. No more solely relying on referrals or leaving your future to chance. Learn to generate leads and systematically convert cold traffic. Then they could click here to book a call, and they could click learn more, and it doesn't go anywhere. So I need to fix that. Then they will have a video. I'm about to show you the content creation process we use for clients to create over 60 pieces of content in one session. All right, so this video is going to literally just talk them through the whole process. Right below the video, you see here all the clients that I've worked with. I just grab their logos, put it on the page, and then here they could browse our work. And I'm actually going to add like another button here so that they could sign up. But that's one example. A landing page here, I'll show you. This is for my studio lighting masterclass I have coming up in October. So here, same principle, similar, but a little different layout. Your headline here, your video. We're going to be replacing this video in the next like 24 to 48 hours, but they could click here and RSVP. You're going to be setting up a page like this, has some information about the program. Click here, you could learn more again. When you join this masterclass, what you'll discover. Right now is just a free RSVP so that we can get as many people through the front door as possible. And then it just goes, everything is all roads leading back to that page. So all of these buttons link to that. And these are all pictures that I've taken over the years from my workshops and stuff that I've taught that I've used for this page, that button. So everything ultimately leads back. Now, does it need to be this long? No. Typically, most people won't make it past, if I put this in the, like this is the mobile view. You want your page to look somewhat like this because when most people land on your page, they typically won't scroll. So you want to be able to like, this section above here is what they call the above the fold. So all the stuff that's above the fold on your phone, this is the part that people see the minute that they land on your page. So it's going to be very important to ensure that people see that part right away so you can get their attention and get their interest as quickly as possible. So that's the principle behind the whole workshop, right? And then, so on the actual, so that's the RSVP page, right? So on this page, this is like the actual overview of the program. From here, they're going to be able to like get in, buy their seats. It's only a $300 deposit. The details here, once I book the studio, I'm going to know those details. And then scrolling down more, I have the testimonials here that people could see and other stuff like that. So those are the main elements of your landing page. So that's the structure. Next is the email workflow. So the email workflow is, in this case, we're talking about a lead magnet. The first 4 emails are going to be to, so I'll do something like this for you. I'll just bring it over here. So the first 4 emails are going to be lead magnet delivery emails. And then the next set of emails that I recommend is 30 days answering and FAQ. So those are the problems that we identified in your process that people would have. So how to make a mood board. They're going to have questions associated with that. Why do I need a mood board? Can I just do it myself? Can I just freestyle it? You're going to be answering those questions in your email. That's how it works. So the first 4 emails that you're going to be sending out is going to be something like this. I'll bring this up. So this is going to happen immediately. So as soon as they download, you want them to get it to their email. Next is the what problems you solve. Next one is why they need to solve them. And lastly is how to solve them. This is going to be delivered. In the past, I've done it. I've delivered all of these emails in 20 minutes. Now I'm delivering them 1 hour apart. So that's going to be 1 hour. Next one is going to be an hour. And then this is going to be an hour. So if we just zoom it in over here, right? So when somebody downloads your lead magnet, they're going to get that email immediately. Second email, an hour after. Third email, an hour after. Last email, an hour after. Make sense so far? All right. And then after they do this, they're going to now enter this 30 days. So we're going to teleport them from this email. So I'll call this the lead magnet delivery sequence. And then now we're going to put them into the 30 days answering FAQs sequence, if you will. And the whole purpose of this is to do two things. It's to get them to book a call, first and foremost. The next one is to get them back to the training. That's the second purpose. And then the third purpose is to make them aware of your other offers or services or resources. Those are the three main purposes for this 30-day sequence. Okay. Mm-hmm. And this is all going to be happening automatically in the background. So from here, like, this is what people always mean when they say, oh yeah, like, I'm trying to scale my business, but they don't really mention how, right? Like, how do you scale? Like, what do you do to scale, right? Like, this is what they mean, because now with this sequence, it gives you the superpower of being able to process a lot of people all at one time. So multiple people are downloading your lead magnet. So go something like this, right? Somebody comes to your landing page, they download your lead magnet, they get all these emails, and now they're aware of who you are and what you do. And now over the course of 30 days, you're going to be answering questions, getting them back to the training, getting them to book a call, and then making them aware of all the other stuff that you do. And then you could put your affiliate links and other trainings and stuff like that. So what does that look like, right? That looks like I actually come over here. I'll come into, so that's, so these are the automations. Okay, I'll do this one. All right, we just launched this one today. So the first one, I'll open this one up. So this is we have a studio lighting training bundle that we're giving out. So they're going to download the training here. My team gets a notification. We're going to tag them so that we can know what they got. Then they get that first email. And I'll just open up the first email so you could see. Your free studio lighting training bundle is here. It is Jordi from the $1 Million Photographer. I'm emailing you to deliver your studio lighting training bundle. And then when they click on the link, let me just do a preview so I can click on the link. Okay. So this in the system, this is a trigger link. The reason it's not working is because it's in the CRM itself, and it allows you to track when contacts in the CRM use the link. Because, like, sometimes you'll send an email to somebody, you don't really know if they click the link. So that is why it's not showing up. So what I will do is, that link is pretty much, I kind of have it here already. So it's going to go to this document. And I would recommend GammaDoc to you going forward, because it's going to be easier, like it's automatic formatted and stuff. It will save you a lot of formatting trouble when you make the rest of your lead magnets, all right? But this is the page that they're going to go to. So they're going to see these free studio lighting trainings here. I have 3 trainings from workshops that I've done over the past few years here, and they're going to be able to get instant access to all of them. Mm-hmm. Then I have, again, as always, information about myself, because some of these people are going to be strangers. They're not going to know who you are, Then in your lead magnets, you also want to promote your stuff. So studio lighting, I'm promoting my studio lighting masterclass, right? That's me and some of my students. And that's the model that I have booked for today. Her name is PJ, really dope beauty model. That's a picture from one of my photo shoots. I tell them what they get. They're gonna get these trainings. They could book here, how much it costs. Any questions, book a call, frequently asked questions, and then I end on ready to register. Right. So even in the training, so I'm promoting everything from all around. So they're getting the general information. If we go back to over here, what's really cool about this is one, they're aware of whatever you're doing from the ad or the content. Then when they get the lead magnet, it's there again. Then you go over to the email, it's there again. So we're creating this whole ecosystem so that people could know, hey, like, yeah, that okay, like I've seen this like a few days ago, and it creates more chances for them to see that, right? So that is the structure of the landing page, and that is the email workflow. The booking link should be a link, and I'll just go back into one of these links. If you're wondering what this spreadsheet is, this is how I track all my links. So I have different categories for different things. So lead magnet landing pages, internal lead magnets, all the links here, consultation links for different services as well too. It just helps keep me organized and my team organized as well too. So the link here would be like the one-to-one lighting workshop call. This is the link that we'll ultimately use in it. And as you can see, these are the times that are available for calls, and people could book a time and they put in their information, right? Their revenue. They can tell me what they want to discuss on the call, etc. All right. So those are the main parts that we just covered. So your message, the page structure, email workflow, and the booking link. So that's the general part. Why you want to do this is because it's going to help you to streamline your business. So even while you're shooting and you're away, if you have these things running as content or as ads, it will help you to generate leads without having to constantly monitor. So it's the upfront cost is it just takes a while to build, but the benefits is once you build it, now you just tweak it over time. Okay. So that's how you so that's the what it is, that's the why. Now let's go into the how. Like, how do we set this up? So I've set up a funnel here. So in high level, that's the system I recommend to you guys. It's in when you get to module 4, you can just click and download it. I also have a system in there for you guys where all you have to do is click a link, and a lot of these templates and stuff are preset for you. I've built out all of them for you. You'll be able to download it in one click. Okay. So this, I'm going to call this, for example, studio. As a matter of fact, let me just call it Brandon Photography opt-in page. Or how to create, I'll just use this like a content example. How to create 60 days of content opt-in. And I'll just create it. And it's going to create a new page. And there we go. So now it's going to give me options to use existing, but I'm not going to do that because I'm building this out from scratch. So it is going to bring me to this view. And you're going to notice that they have, is going to ask you to connect your domain. I already have my domain set up here, and I'll show you how to set up your domain as well. All right. So I just connected my domain because my domain is in the system. So now it's connected. Now what I'm going to do is there's all these things, right? It's a blank page. I can't really do anything. The first thing you typically want to do is you want to add a section. So I'm going to add a section, and you can see the section is I can add like a full page section that takes up the entire screen over here, or I can add like a small section, but I'll just do the full page one. Then it's going to go to add a row. I'm going to add this column in here, and then I am going to add a image. So I'm going to put my logo up here. Then when I get down below, I'm going to add another row here, and I'm going to add a headline. So that's going to be my headline. Right below my headline, and remember what I'm following here is the structure. So I'm going to erase all of this and just do it piece by piece. So now I'm just building out the structure of the page. So I'm going to set up my headline. So that's my headline. And now I'm going to set up my subheadline. There we go. We're making progress so far. Now, what you could do is I always recommend for different elements. So these headlines, I'm going to keep them in this. If you just move your mouse right above there, there's going to be like this blue box. And this blue box is the main container that it's in. If you're going to add a different type of element, I always recommend adding it in another column. So if you add that, okay, it didn't work. There it goes now. So I'm going to add it in a different area here. So this, I'm going to add a link to a video. There we go. The video, I can now adjust the video to whatever size I want. I'm going to keep it at about 80% so it doesn't take up the whole page. And so that's the headline. That's the video. Now I'm going to add this part about my process. I may flip the order though, because you want them to get the case studies before. So you really want them to see like what you've done before, even if it's passion projects, something that it's better to have it than to not have it. So even if you don't have a ton of clients, share projects that you've worked on. Even if it's independent projects, collaborative projects, people just like to see that you've done the thing before. And it will serve you a lot better than to not have these things. All right. So it doesn't matter if you don't have a ton of experience, just share work that you've done, because most people aren't going to read it anyways. They're just going to look at it, but it's better to have it so that they could be like, okay, like it just removes one problem that they have. All right. So I'm going to add another row. And you'll notice all of this stuff, if I could zoom out, it's in one section. So what you may want to do here is just add another section, because now we're creating another section, which is the case study section. Okay. So this is going to be another headline, and I'm going to put case studies or clients here. All right. And I'm going to name this like case studies section. And you'll see why this is going to be important later on. So this is going to be like the header section. And then this is going to be my headline slash VSL section. VSL means video sales letter. And if you look here, if you see over here on the left side, it's literally just naming everything as I'm going. So that's going to help you with formatting later on if you want to do like custom functions and stuff. I don't do any of that stuff. I keep it very simple. As you can see, it's a very simple page. So now we have our case studies and clients. Let me come back over here. I'm going to add the how to get started portion, and I'm going to add the process. So I'm going to just add those sections here. All right, so I'm going to add another section. This is going to be our process. Then I'm going to add testimonials. And last but not least, I'm going to add how the how to get started section. All right, so now we have the general layout. What do we do next? Now we want to start adding in all the stuff. So I have a ton of stuff up here uploaded. So I'm going to just add my logo to this page. I'm going to add this black logo that comes with the background. It's way too big. I'm going to put that at about 200 pixels, right? You just want to play with it until it makes sense. Now, what am I going to be giving away? Remember what I'm going to be giving away in this. So my lead magnet in this case that I'm going to be giving away is how to create 60 days of content in one day. So my headline may go something like double your lead generation with our content creation process that gets you 60 days of content in one day, right? I may say something like that. And you're never really going to know which type of headline works until you start testing it. So what I would always say to people is, ask people what they think about your headline. And I'm just going to go to advanced over here and click capitalize. So that way it just looks neat. And then I'm going to say here, get instant access to our full masterclass level training that teaches you how to come up with concepts, plan your ideal content shoot, and how to pick the partner with the best videographers, right? I may say something like that. Now, the headline, I'm going to make that about 50, so it could be bigger. And then the subheadline, I may make it like 20 pixels, just so it's smaller. Now, everything is kind of jumbled up on each other. That is to be expected. How do you fix that? You click into the element here, so into the orange area, and then you go down here to the margin and the padding situation. And if I click on this area that's below, so padding, what padding is going to do is add space in the box. I'll show you how. So you see the box, like the bottom of the box increased, right? If I do like 100, it's going to like go crazy. So 20 is a good level. A margin is going to happen outside of the box. So the margin is the space outside of the box. So padding is inside the box, margin is outside of the box. That's a quick thing to remember here. So if I add a little space, it already looks a little neater. And now we're having a great page. Now, your video, the video that you record, you're going to upload it to the system. You're going to click hosted video because you don't want to like have people get like a free training that's like linked to YouTube. You just want to have it could literally be the same page, but what I find that works better is you just have the video and they can't click off, right? So I'll put this video here for argument's sake. So this is a video of one of my clients. It's a testimonial that he gave for my lighting workshop. So I'll just put his picture here for now. And let's just save it and see where we are right now. Where are we in this whole process? Let me hit preview. Look at that. And the video automatically plays. Let's check the sound.
Let me stop. My name is Denzel White. I just finished an amazing masterclass with Jordy. First of all, it's really good, okay? It's definitely worth everything that I just looked. First of all, the model was amazing today. Shout out to the amazing models that were called in today. But also, just check the work. It was just a
All right.
beautiful.
The page is good. I notice I can't click on the video, but we have something coming together nicely so far. Yeah. So I'll click back over here. I notice that it is set to autoplay, but I cannot pause it. I can't change the playback speed, and people can't see the time. So I'm going to just save that on those settings, and I'm going to refresh the page. And okay, now it's saved. So now I'm going to refresh the page, and now I can click it. I can now pause it, and I can now see how long the video is going to be. So now that's where I like it. And let's go now. So now what you're gonna also want to do is you're gonna want to give people the ability to book a call or learn more about the program right away. So whatever it is that you're doing, I'll add this below here. So I'm gonna add two buttons. One button is going to say click to sign up. Well, no, it's not going to say click to sign up. It's going to say something else. But I'm just going to have these buttons. One of them is going to say book a call. Next one is going to say learn more. Probably should have made it black before I copied it, but I'll just do that now. All right. So now what's going to happen? So the book a call link is going to be going to your calendar. And I'll just grab a link here. I'll grab this. Since I'm down the Brandon rabbit hole, I'll add a link. So I click on the button itself. I come over to this tab here on the right. I go all the way down. The button actions, I'm going to have it go to a website URL. I'm going to paste the URL. And I'm going to allow it to open up in a new tab. And then I'm just going to hit save. So one of the things when you're doing any design process like this, it's always good to test as you go. So you can see now we have two buttons. If I click on the call, boom, it works. So now we're good with that. The learn more button. The learn more button is going to be good if you have like a document or something. In this case, I may just send people. Like you typically don't want to send people off to your website. So if I had like a document or something in the background, which I definitely do, I have a training here where I'll send to people how to create. So this is a guide to teach people. I'll open it up. This guide is a training on how to send clients. How to do a profitable product launch. It's 83-page training, but it literally teaches you step by step how to plan a product launch. This is what I'm going to link. So I'm going to go back to my page. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, website URL. I'm going to paste the URL and I'm going to hit open a new tab. So these are going to be my buttons, right? And I can also increase or decrease the size of the page right here if I'm feeling so inclined and I definitely want people to see the buttons up here. You can also do that too, right? So if the buttons were here, right, like these are just customized stuff. I'm not really focused much on the animations, but if anything, I would say you definitely do want to add a little hover animation. So when people click on the button, they'll be able to, it's just going to hover. So I'll save it. I'm going to come back to the page. And then when I refresh the page, you'll see that the buttons are now above. And when I hover over the button, It has a cool little animation over it. That's nice. I like that. Makes it feels more interactive, right? And I think I accidentally added a shadow. So no, no shadow. All right. So now we have our top of the page, headline, and grade. So now let's just check the mobile because most people are going to see it from mobile. This page is no. I don't know what's going on here, but this is a little crazy. So I'm going to bring that down to about maybe like 25. And then this, I'm going to make this like maybe 12-point font. This, I may bring this down to like 20-point font. Because remember, people aren't going to be scrolling that much. So we want them to get the information as quickly as possible. So you notice in this box, there's a big white space here. That's because it has padding. So you may want to decrease the amount of padding here because we want people to be able to gather as much information without having to scroll. In this, I could opt to reduce the size of the text, right? So those buttons work. See, this has some padding here at the bottom. After a while, your eyes will kind of be able to tell. But if I click in this box to this box, so everything is going to have some amount of padding by default, because here's what happens if you don't. If you don't have any padding on this stuff, your text is going to just like lean over on the side of the page. And then it's not going to look so functional. So that's why everything has some type of padding in it. All right. So if I click save and I come back over to this page, I'm going to hit refresh and look at that. All right. So it's working. So people, I could probably fix the headline, maybe make it shorter or something like that. Well, let me refresh it one more time to get, okay, there we go. So now, right. So we're on the mobile view now. So right away, W lead generation with our content creation process that gets you 60 days of content in one day, get instant access, right? Book a call, learn more, and then a video. Nice. Now you would do the same thing for your case studies and clients. So I would create like another row here, and what you may do is you could make a Canva link to your clients that you have. So that could be it. I could here add an image, and in that image, I think I should have like a list of my clients in here. Let me type in clients, right? So I have like my clients here because people, let me just go back to the desktop view, right? So people like proof of concept, like, okay, he's legit. And case studies are also good as well, too. So I have case studies over here that whoa. Hmm. I have some case studies here that I could share. Mm-mm-mm. Wow, this is not good. I literally have one in here for a client.
Oh man.
I think it's this one. Is this? No, that's the report. All right, technical difficulties. Is it in resources? No. I think it may be this one. Was it this one? Shouldn't be asking you guys. Oh yeah, Oh yeah, this is the trainer for the team. So I don't want my client to see all of this stuff. Like this is the I made a few versions of this training for you guys because I have one to teach you what the breakdown is, like how much I charge for the shoot, how much I made, the team that I built. So it may be in, so it's not in client work. Okay, that's the report. Okay, so I'll grab a link. I'll grab this link here. Okay, yeah. So we grab this link. We're back. So we grab this link. Now, what it's going to do, it's going to ask you, you could embed it. You could just share a link. There's a number of ways that you could do this. If I embed this, I'll show you what happens. I'll add a link. So an embed. How familiar are you with what an embed is, Alejandro?
Not, I don't know.
So it's like you could show a web page in like another web page. That's what
Mhm.
they mean when you embed it in it.
Okay.
So if I save, you're not gonna be able to see it here, but when you refresh it, you'll see here. So the case studies are here. And then you see like it allows you to access the document directly from in the page. But this isn't necessarily so useful for this type of long form document. So I'm not going to do it like that. What I'm going to do is just copy the link. And I'm going to, instead of that, I'm going to share a piece of text that says, like, so this part, I'm going to call it case study, clients. So I'm going to say like our clients for this part. And then this next part, I'm going to say case studies. So you want to treat them differently. So this is going to be the case studies. And I'm going to add here, since I know I'm going to add multiple case studies, let's just say maybe 3 per row. I may add like this here, and I may say, I'm going to add like a headline in here that says the Brooklyn, how we created, how we helped to redesign the Brooklyn Borough President's website. And probably add a picture right below it. And after that, I will add a link. So I just do like, click here to access the case study. I may do something like that. I'm going to copy the link here, come back over here, and I'm going to click on the chain, add the link. I'm going to add an image here. And the image should have a picture of my guy. Oh, oh my God. See, that's why you always got to save the page. I accidentally clicked back. That's why you always save the page, because see, all of that did not get saved just now. So you always want to, that's a lesson. I did that on purpose. So you could see that. So that's what happens, right? So anyways, for that part, our clients, that's a little bit discouraging when that happens. You know, can you feel like all your hard work is done? So case studies, and then I'll just move right into the email sequence right after that so you could see it. But I would add 3 rows. I'm gonna hit 3. I'm gonna hit save just in case I do that again. And then I'm just gonna add my images. I'm gonna add the Hey, click here to download the case study. Again, I'm going to paste the link, copy it one more time. That's how it is when you're doing stuff live sometimes. You get caught up. So I'm going to add a picture here. Let's see if I have a picture of our borough president. Do we have a picture of our borough president? No, we don't. So I'm just going to use a random picture of somebody else. I'll use it. Not going to use Larry Ellison. See, like this is the part that could get you caught up sometimes if you're like trying to find the right picture. That's why I always try to plan anything ahead before I do it, because it's easy to get caught up in trying to make the design look good. So I just boom. So I added a picture here, how we created 60 days of content in 1 day. Right. So that's like a case study. So now, like now you could like duplicate this and just duplicate the layout up across once you kind of get one that works. That's literally how I do it. And then I would just copy the case study links here. And from here, I would just duplicate that again. And there we go. So now we have like a whole line of case studies that people can download and they could check out any work that we've done, right? I would then do the same thing for the rest of the page. So now when people visit this page, let me refresh it. So now we've gone from just an empty landing page to now we have, okay, double your lead generation process with our content creation process that gets you 60 days of content in 1 day. They could book a call. They could click here to learn more. Then they could immediately get a sense of our clients, and then they could see case studies. So all of this is just adding to your social proof, because it's a social proof game. People, even if they don't look at everything, they just want to see that you have it. They're like, oh, okay, like this person has work to do. I'm not going to look at all of it, but he has it. He is legit. And to test the link if it works, yep, it works. It brings us right to the presentation. So we know that the page is working. Let's just turn over to the email sequence real quick, how you set that up. So for that, I'm going to hit save. We're going to just back out of here and we're going to go into automations. So this is going to be like an automation for you. So if you click create workflow, I'm going to start from scratch. And this is going to be like 60 days of content workflow. This is telling you that contacts with multiple opportunities will have multiple executions with each process we're not even going to bother with the details of that today, but here's what's going to happen. So what is going to happen here is a few things. You could use this page to book a call, or you could have somebody. So there's a few things. Most production people's website, there's no way for clients to book a call. Like it's just a long page of like pictures, which is great. You have a lot of work, but you want people to be able to book a call if they feel like it. That's the purpose of your website is information gathering. So you want to be able to scroll down, people see your clients, and then they have a way to book. That is the whole purpose. Like any gallery here on my website, there'll be images, and then there's literally a link to book. Mm-hmm. So every page is literally like that. And that's because you don't want people to do an endless scroll of pictures and then they're like, okay, what do I do next? Because nobody's going to be like, all right, I know there's a contact now button hidden somewhere. I got to find it. Nobody's going to do that. So you want to make it easy for them to get to. And the first page is where most people are going to go to. So you want to capture the most amount of attention from this page as possible. All right. So that is so email workflow. So when somebody books the link or they sign up for your lead magnet, you're going to do something like this. So you're going to have a form set up. You're going to type in form submitted and you could name it. So they downloaded 60 days of content training, right? So that way I know because over time, as you create a lot of these, the naming and stuff is going to help. And then what is going to happen? They're gonna get an email, and I could name this just like in the example here. What do I name this? This will be my lead magnet delivery email. So I'm gonna copy that, and I'm gonna paste it here, and I'll just call it lead magnet delivery email. I don't need to keep the word immediately beside it because guess what? Oh, your free training is here. I'm gonna hit save. So you don't need to say that this is going to be delivered immediately because from here it goes right into delivering the email. Mm-hmm. What you're going to do next is you're going to hit a wait function. So the wait, you can have it be like a minute, hours, days. This could be like a 1 hour. And then you're going to have it be a time delay, of course. You could even add stuff for clients that haven't paid your invoices yet. You can also do that too and annoy the hell out of them. Um, so this, I'm going to call it just wait 1 hour. And as you can see, the name of the action, it just helps you to know what it is without having to click into it. Okay. And then I'm going to duplicate this a few times. So remember, it's 4 emails. And there we go. Email 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to name this email number 1. What problems you solve? Just uppercase it too. Let's just go back here, right? So what problems you solve, why you need to solve them, and how to solve them. So I'm going to just go back over here. And you want to click save action because if you don't, it's not going to save anything. So why they need to solve them. That is the next part. Right. You're going to name your emails. And then this last one is going to be how to solve them. So what, why, and how. That's the little framework right there. How to solve them. And I'm going to hit save. So now we have the general flow built out. I'm not going to write the emails for the purposes of this because it's going to take a while. But again, your lead magnet delivery email is going to help you to figure out how, not figure out, sorry, but it's going to help you deliver it. So I'll send this to you. It's like byhandro@gmail.com. Right. So I'm going to send this to you. And I'm going to send this to myself. See, I hit save action. I should have hit test emails by handro@gmail.com. See, right? So you should be getting an email in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, right. So email is blank, but we at least know it works.
Okay.
All right. And now I'm going to send you the correct one so you can see how that works. Right. So this is from. So if you click on this one, you'll see this. So you'll see here, this is the email. When you click on the link, it's going to bring you over to the page with the 3 trainings. So that's how everything works together. So that is pretty much how you create a landing page from like start to finish, how you set up your email workflows, and how to connect your booking link into all of this. So all of these steps are how you create any type of landing page for anything that you do.